Yeah, I definitely heard about virtual reality before. The first time I experienced virtual reality is through my housemates, and they kind of show me how it works with the card box thing, and then you put a phone in it and you can play with the box, and then you kind of just walk around. It's really cool.
Yes, as far as I'm concerned, mostly in the gaming industry though. That's the most experience I have with it.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Have you guys used it or?
Yeah.
He's used a headset. I've used one many years ago actually in another country. They had a big virtual reality headset.
Yeah, I do. The first time I actually see how it works is it is in the developing. When I was helping my one of my seniors filming her documentary, we were in the BBC research and development, and it's pretty fun. And virtual reality, I think, is a thing right now because I think it is a lot in games, and I think it would be really good try to see virtual reality in news reporting as well. Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I've only had experience with it in gaming industry. Personally, myself, I haven't used it, no, but I have seen other individuals use it.
What do you use?
I
What do you use
use
interactive?
the whiteboards.
Whiteboards? The magic boards with have you got the magic pens or the white pens?
The pens that work. So basically it's just a screen and then you use a special pen and it writes on it.
It's like a digital pen.
Have you used anything for
I've
your
used
study?
graphics tablets,
Oh,
so
okay.
that and it draws straight on the screen, so that kind of
Okay.
thing is in use. That's in graphic design work.
Outside of your community that you can go to and learn from, and that there's other places you can.
India to Nigeria.
Which one do you want to go to?
One or maybe all of
Island
the
of the moon.
countries of the world.
Right.
When you explore different places, you have the chance to actually want to be a deep sea diver.
So as it dries along,
When the bus turns on Earth, it turns on Mars.
yeah, so it's just like pretty smart.
Someone in my generation, someone in school today.
I think it will be really helpful to engage it in the school because like I saw 3 different videos, and it was how the kids were really enjoying virtual reality in the school. Like the China example was really great, and the students actually are walking on the Great Wall of China. Obviously it's not actually walking, but students actually have an experience walking on Great Wall of China, the virtual reality. And I think it helps as well in terms of researching and developing because like for example, if you are doing an archaeology studies and you want to know how it's like to live in, searching for facts, looking for artifacts and everything, like if you're studying dinosaurs or something, what if you can go back to 65 million years ago and virtual reality can bring you back there and you can actually enjoy it. You can actually see how these magnificent creatures in back place, and then virtual reality gives you that experience. And I think it will be a really good investment in education. So I think it would be really cool that if kids or us can experience it, and then we can actually help ourselves to experience what we want to experience really, and it's really cool. It's gonna be really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Make the
see that it
kids-
definitely has some uses, yeah, you know what I mean? I can
So-
imagine that as a child it would be quite fascinating, quite interesting, and probably very helpful in a varied classroom kind of milieu, yeah.
So what do you think about incorporating virtual reality in school or university lessons?
I imagine that it would be more useful in a school situation, maybe not so much in a university situation, depending on the material of the courses, of course, and something also to do with the age of the participant per se using the material. But I mean, if there are evidence for this being helpful, then yeah, by all means, incorporate it.
I think it would be quite interesting because you could go anywhere you want without actually having to go there and see what's there.
It's very difficult to take lots of people to places, isn't it? So if you can make it like a virtual, like they had the bus, so it's like a virtual reality thing, and then you can, it's like driving,
Yeah.
they were driving along the surface of Mars.
If you stare at the planet, you can see the information. Mercury, Mars, you can explore the inside of the planet. Wow. Click the exploration button in the planet's information page.
Okay.
This is a Harlem Street.
I think I want to go to the sun. Try.
Me at it now. Right,
All the planets in the solar system, yes.
it's a big mountain. Oh, hello Neil.
Pluto isn't a planet anymore. This is wrong. This is heresy.
So if you hold on planet, it shows all the planets you can go to.
Oi! Oi!
It's an orca. It looks like an orca.
Oh, I see the eel again.
Oh yeah, look at that. They can actually move.
Oh, what is this?
Are there going to be sharks in this?
And the whale shark's huge.
It is huge.
Wait, can I swim up to?
Biggest fish in the world.
Okay, can I swim up to the top?
Oh, it's really fun. I quite like it. I think it's sort of discover something that you really wanted to do, but you just walk around and then it's, I mean, yeah, because the two virtual reality space that I was experiencing is going to travel into space in the universe, and the next one is under the sea. I guess it's wow, it's like you're in the real life, and you get to and the under the sea one basically, and you know the shoes, the flappy shoes that the divers used to wear, and then you just put your feet on as if like you're walking under the sea. It's really cool. I quite like it. It is really fun. It's really cool. Quite like it.
Very good.
That was cool.
That was interesting.
It was interesting, fascinating. I believe it's a fun and interesting way for children to learn. I think it's a good learning experience, yeah.
Definitely, like for, you know, especially in kids and in secondary school, I think, especially when they're kids, I guess you're feeling that curiosity basically. Like, just tell them, like, imagine you walk into a class with a device on your hand and you tell them that, okay guys, after we learn what's on the book, I'm gonna bring you all to a field trip to, for example, I don't know, where Italy or to somewhere else, any corner of the world, to explore a tomb, to explore something really nice, or, you know, go to the white savannah in Africa and, you know, you can run together next to a lion or something. That would be really cool though. It helps students to think that, you know, learning has no limits. Like, you can actually tell them, like, you can have fun in class. It's not just about reading books, and then you're reading books at the same time you get the chance to use virtual reality as a teaching method to enhance their experience. I think that's really cool. Obviously in future they can go to the place, or someday they might visit the place when they're able to, but as a kid I think it's good to fill them with that kind of imagination and creativity, so I think you'll have an impact.
Yes. I believe it will help for a lot of students who maybe need a bit more hands-on or a more kind of adventurous mode of learning, I guess. But I don't reckon that it's going to help everyone, but I think that's going to be a bit of a give and take, really. Yeah.
I think it would be pretty interesting.
It'd be cool, and everybody looking like, everybody find the whale shark, and everybody kind of looking up for it.
It would help It would help with quite a lot of things because you actually have control of where you're looking instead of it being a picture or a video done by someone else.
Yeah, so you've got that, rather than having a video played to you, you can choose whether you've got interactivity, haven't you? You've got a certain amount of choice.
I think virtual reality is really good in sense, but I think there needs to be a balance as well. Like if the cons, I think probably people would like. I think I would personally to seek a balance in the usage of virtual reality and books because obviously virtual reality brings you a real good experience, but I think the balance is the students need to learn from books as well. They need to learn from books and at the same time they've seen the things themselves and experiencing. I think the thing of virtual reality is to enhance the experience, and obviously if they want to experience the real thing they have to go to the place itself, but I think there has to be a balance, like don't overuse virtual reality but don't heavy reliant on books. So I think there needs to be a balance, and for students that for kids or people that have a visual impact, like they have a visual disability, probably that is something that that's probably something that in the future might account to, probably, you know, in 10 or 20 years people like amazing developers or inventors would invent something for students or people that have with visual impairity, so that through virtual reality they can learn as well, even though they can't really experience it like by eyes and everything. But I think the cons is to be the seek of balance in between real life and virtual reality. They need to constantly remind the students this is just a virtual reality, and obviously if you can experience the real thing it's good, but I think that's the cons.
Not anything specific I can think on the top of my mind, but I do imagine there are possible drawbacks or kind of trap mines around it. Because I mean, you can have children with conditions where using this sort of technology can trigger a seizure or whatever. So it might not be for everyone, and I guess it's the cost benefit in it. You will have a hard time putting that through, so you would have some really strong evidence for it. Yeah, nothing I can think of, at least specifically.
Not really.
No, I don't think it's going to replace traditional learning. I think it will enhance traditional learning. So I think it will add to the kind of experiences that he has in class. They're doing the Wild West at the moment in his year, so if they can say, well, this is a Wild West town, and he's got a little model of one, but not only can they do that, they can put the Google Earth on Google whatever, and they can actually stand and all look around a town. I mean, the way these things, as the animation gets better, you know, it becomes more involved where you're actually not quite interacting with, but certainly within the environment that you're there. You can imagine walking down a Wild West town and actually seeing it, maybe a horse going the other way or something. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yes, definitely. I would definitely support it because, in short, it's good for the students because they don't just do it, you know, reading books and everything, which is really dull sometimes, but they can enhance it in the class and then they learn something new. They can go back and share with their parents, and then my kids actually learned something new in the school today. So we went to a field trip to Italy, but through virtual reality, and they can learn it through reading and they can learn it through experiencing. I think it's a good thing to have a virtual reality in schools.
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, if proper evidence for the use of this can be summoned, then yes, I would support it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.